Have you ever seen yourself just really being quite well aware of where your time is devoted and how your time is spent with yourself and with other people? Hi, I'm Jesse, and you are tuned in to the Valiant Lifestyle YouTube channel, and I am happy to have you here. And I want to talk to you today. This video is going to be about your awareness to every moment that you spend with you and what that looks like. All right, let's get started. How did I arrive at such a unique title? And how did I arrive at being aware of how my time is spent and what that looks like? So here, I'm going to give you a bit of a story. Today was a day that I jammed every little bit of things into my day as I could, because I'm looking at the next 3 days that I get to spend with, amongst many great men, time doing professional development and time upgrading my knowledge and what that looks like for me. On top of that, giving myself a boost within my own business as far as confidence, trust, and patience and networking. Now, today, let's get back to that. Today was a day where I had clients. Today was a day where I had a project that I've been working on with my wife ever so diligently. Today was ensuring that I kept fueled up, that I kept topped up on all my great supplements and vitamins, as well as being hydrated. And I did not let myself down. However, I found myself in moments going, what is this? Why am I irritated with such a little thing about getting back to somebody within a text message or an email or looking at myself in the mirror? And you go, hold on. You were upset looking at yourself in the mirror? Yeah, because it took time to do that. And getting a glass of water, and on and on it goes with these little things. But here's what I was able to come up with all these little micro fractions that I saw. It was, I am really hyper aware of where I spend my time, because I now know my value, my self-worth, more than I've ever known. And I have been able to glean from everything that I've been doing how passionate I am and how engaged I am and how present I am when it comes to doing these things, that any little engagement like that is an outlier, that is outside of scope of work that I've allotted for myself, I find my inner child getting upset, my inner boy getting irritated and saying, yeah, that too, that you're gonna let that, what about me? And then I go, what about you? Oh, okay, all right, okay. So I'm very aware of where that is, and that's the conclusion I came to. I'm very aware of where I spend my time, because I spend in ordinary life where I would have gone through a day like this, jammed everything in, I would have put everyone else before myself, including my own feelings. And at the end of it, I would have felt rotten rubbish and just totally spent and not given myself anything. And thankfully, within my days now, with my me time, I have put in there, I've allotted myself some time for myself that I get to go, okay, this is a springboard for the things that I can not only fill other people's cup but I know that I filled mine first, even if it was something that I felt was a little bit less. And you might say, well, yeah, but even a little bit less, you're shortchanging yourself. And I ask that question right now and go, well, was it? But no, I was able to give myself something. I was able to give myself the gift of my presence. And I was able to layer my day accordingly. Now, it's totally different now, because before, as I said, I was devoting a lot of time and energy away from giving that to myself, but I was unconsciously running on an autopilot, and I was not fully present, not fully engaged, and I didn't really get anything out of it. And when I was training and marathoning, I would be absent there too, even though that I would fix the world in many different training logs. I wasn't always fully present. And that leads me to believe that I ran on empty for a long time. So now I'm conscious of where all that's spent. I've given myself a sense of awareness as to how my time is spent. And with that, I can backboard that on, hey, I now know what I'm worth. I now know where every minute is spent, and it is what is it? 87,000 seconds in it, or is 82? Somebody's going to tell me in the comments. Whatever it is, however many seconds in a day, they are all precious. They are all moments of mine that I can attribute to being fully aware and engaged and present. Even if somebody's going to call me out and say, yeah, I bet you weren't. Well, even more now than I have ever been, Johnny. Even more now than I ever was there, Scott. Even now more than I ever was there, Alex. So what about you? When it comes to being fully present and aware and engaged and passionate about the moments that you give to other people, even with as clients, what does that look like for you? And even more so, with your wife, your spouse, your significant other, your family. What does that look like? Are you fully present, aware, engaged there? And were you able to give it to yourself? Were you able to give it to yourself and then go, I can give it to them without feeling resentful, without feeling like I did something to myself? All right. So, that in mind, I want to ask you, is there anything that I can help you with? Because if there is, I would love to help you with that. TheValiantLifestyle.com. You can hit me up for a 30-minute complimentary call, Zoom meeting. Just schedule it in. 30 minutes is yours, my man, and I've got you. And we can talk all through that, what that looks like for you, and maybe even more. Maybe we're already best buds and we're figuring this out together. All right? So, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and let's do this.